Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use date underscore format function using PySpark. So first we'll see what about this function. This function allows you to convert date and timestamp columns into string format. So in order to use this function, your column should be either in date format or timestamp format. And there is one more function like formatting date column. Like suppose if we have column like this, we can convert it to like this. So this is mainly changing the format. So now we'll see with demo by using one of CSV file. If you see this particular data frame, it has a few string columns and one date column. If you see here, input timestamp is string, last transaction date is date, and these three are string. And if you see here, see input timestamp, so you can place here, this is string type, and last underscore time transaction date, this is date. And if you see remaining these three are string type. Okay, so either you can identify by using this data type or by looking at this symbol. Okay, so now first we'll see about this date column. So how to convert this date column to string type. So before that, I'll load functions. So first one is on this particular column, last underscore transaction date. That is this one, date column. So this one we are trying to convert from date to string data type. So here what I'm doing, I'm using with column, and on top of that I'm using date underscore format function on this particular column, and I'm using this format. So this format, if you look at this one, year, month, date. Okay, so same format I given. So if I try to run this one, see our last underscore transaction date. Okay, so earlier it was date. Now it converted to string type, and you can observe here also. Okay, so this is how we can convert from date to string data type. So next we'll see how to convert string to timestamp. Suppose if you observe these columns, like first column input underscore timestamp, and these three columns effective underscore date, last underscore timestamp, ATM underscore timestamp. These are all string type. Now we'll see how to convert these columns into timestamp. So what I'm doing, I'm using with column function. In that, I'm using to underscore timestamp function on respective columns and using format relevant to this one. Suppose if I take snapshot, if you see first one, input underscore timestamp, that is this one. So what we have, date, month, year, and hour, minutes. We don't have seconds. And one more here, in hour, we have only single digit. So I given in same format, date, month, year, and single H and minutes. And if you see this one, last underscore transaction date, year, month, date. Okay, so this is year, month, date. And similar way, if you see effective underscore date, that is this one. If you see here, first one is date, that is single digit, and next Feb, three letters, three characters, and year. Year is in 2 digits. So similar way I mentioned single D, 3Ms and 2Y. Okay, and for last underscore timestamp, this one. So here we have date, month, year, and hour, minute, second. Okay, so similar format I given. Date, year, date, month, year, hour, minute, second. Okay, and last one is this one, ATM underscore timestamp. So this one, if you see here, date, month, year, and we have only H, hour, and that too single digit. So according to this, I given date, month, year, and hour in single H. If I try to run this, all these columns will get converted to timestamp. See, it got converted to timestamp. So in between T is there and respect to hour, minute, seconds, milliseconds are there. And parallelly, you can observe here this. So these things, it converted from string to timestamp data type. And see earlier, all these are string type. Now it converted to timestamp. And if you observe here, there is one null is there. We'll see why we got null. And if you go to input, if you see here, if you observe hour 24, 56, 18. But actually our format is 24 hours. Okay, so it is data is like this, more than 24. So this is not correct record. So you can say like bad record. So that's why it's generating null value here. Okay, in this particular record. So you can cross verify here using SQL with same timestamp, and here it will generate null since it is more than 24. It generating null. Suppose if you change from 24 to 23, it will convert to timestamp. See here, it converted to timestamp. So next we'll see data formation. Okay, so now we have timestamp columns. Okay, so we'll try to convert timestamp to string. So what is our main function of this data underscore format? We can convert either date column or timestamp column to string format. So whatever we saw as of now, that is converting date column to string format. Now we'll see how to convert timestamp data to string format. Okay, so here we all converted to timestamp. Okay, na string to timestamp. So now all these columns, now I'm trying to convert to string type. So for that, what I'm using date underscore format and respective columns, and I'm using timestamp functions. If I try to run this, see all these converted to string type. See earlier it was timestamp, no? In timestamp we are getting milliseconds also. Since we converted to string, see data type got changed. So now all are string type, and according to our given format, no? Year, month, date, hour, minute, second. Okay, so it converted according to this. Okay, this is how we can convert from timestamp data type to string data type. So next we'll see how to format date columns. Like if you see first, so this one, no, formatting. Suppose if we have column like this, how to convert like this. Okay, we'll see with example here. So on top of this data frame, okay, so what I'm doing, so I'm trying to print current underscore date and current underscore timestamp. So this one I'm trying to format in different formats. See here, here is there, and in between we don't have like slash or colon. Okay, so I given space. So I want in this format. And the second one, I want in this format: month, date, year, and hour, minute. And the second one without any special character. So, and final one, I want see here 4 M's and 2 days and 1 E. So I'll try to run this one. We'll see how we'll get output. See, if you see first one, current date. Okay, so it's generating current date type, and this in date format. And if you see second one, year, month, date. See, there is no in between characters, special characters. Okay, and here, month, date, year with slash. Okay, so we are getting similar format. Sorry, this one, hour, minute. So here we are getting hour, minute. And this one, year, month, date. See, since I given 3 M's here, so it getting printing later, SEP. Okay. And if you see here, 4 M's in last column, since I given 4 M's, see it printing full September. Okay, full September. And at the end we given E, no, so it printing sun, day also. Okay, so this how we can format different ways by using date underscore format. Okay, so total we saw as of now 3 different applications of using date underscore format. One is converting from data type to string data type. Second one is converting from timestamp data type to string data type. Third one is formatting the columns like this. And next we'll see one more example. Yeah, same thing. We'll see how to do in Spark SQL. Okay, so spark.sql, inside that I given SQL query. So select same thing, current date, and I used date underscore format, and I used same formation. Okay, same formats I used. So if I run this, I will get same result. Okay, so we are getting same result. And we'll see one more example, like how to convert date to string data type. Suppose I have this data. Okay, I have only 2 columns and 1 row. And if you see this data type, both are string. Okay, so now I am trying to convert this string to first date format. So here I'm using to underscore date function on top of these 2 columns. Okay, and in this format, month, day, and year. If I try to run this, see here it converted from string to date and respective format. Okay. So next, I want to convert. So now we got a date format now. So now I want to convert date to string. So here I'm using date underscore format function. See again it converting from date to string. Okay, so you can do either individually, first converting to date using to date function to date data type, then using date underscore format to convert string data type, or you can directly write 2 functions at a time. First to underscore date to convert to date data type. So this is the function to convert to date. On top of that, I'm using date underscore format and in this format. So in single shot, it will try to convert first to date, then to string. So finally we'll get string. Okay. So these are all the different ways we can use date underscore format function. So that's all about this video. Thank you.